Kia ora, Enzo Voss. It's lovely to have you on the Arc Education NZ. And it's really, really great to be able to have a chat with you today so that you can tell people about who you are, what you do, and your passion behind what you're doing.
Likewise,
Yeah.
it's good to talk to you as well, Kelly. Love your project, love the ARC, everything it stands for, and I'm really happy to be here today and explain a little bit what about what I do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hmm.
Right, take it away.
Awesome, yeah. So I am a web designer and an SEO, which is kind of like the a umbrella term for a lot of internet marketing strategies, specifically around Google and kind of optimizing things on websites to kind of make things appear first. You know, when you type in your phrase "best hairdresser near me," that person comes first because of certain SEO tactics. And so I've been doing it for quite a while. Been doing it since 2016. Um, been all around the world as well. So I'm originally from Eindhoven in the Netherlands, and I've also lived here in New Zealand, obviously, also in Australia for quite a period of time, near Brisbane, and on the Sunshine Coast near Brisbane in Australia is where I started getting into this industry. So that was back in 2016. It was through, so there was a family friend that we had, one of our neighbors. He's this big time manager in a big body corporate company, and they had this guy doing this web design and this SEO stuff for him. Now at the time, you know, I'd done my fair share of IT, but I've never heard of something like SEO. I was like, what the heck is that? And he had no answers for me. He was like, couldn't tell you, to be honest, but whatever he does, it seems to work for us. So and I was like, all right, well, cool. That's cool. That's great explanation. So I got in touch with this guy, and he was a solo act. Started this little company doing his thing, you know, been doing it for decades and decades. And he hosted workshops, something which is what I do as well. Hosted workshops for a lot of local business owners to come and learn these methods that he was implementing. So I went to one of his workshops, showed some knowledge, showed some interest. He seemed to be happy enough, and I became his first ever employee. And that's kind of where it all started. Learned a lot, learned a lot. He was a really good teacher. He was connected all around the globe with people who were really good at this kind of stuff. So he kind of introduced me to a really wide network. This is awesome.
Awesome.
I just kind of fell in love with the process. I mean, I was working from home in 2016, you know, before people even knew what that was. And it was awesome. It
Fantastic.
was awesome. It was really great. I was like, man, I'm just working from my computer while I'm eating a sandwich. You know, I'm like, wow, I don't have to drive anywhere. This is great. This is fantastic. No, this is the life. So, and ever since then, I've just kind of continued with it. And now I've decided to bring it to New Zealand. What I've learned over the last 7 years, and yeah, I'm seeing how it goes. See that the industry is just as well convoluted here as it is in Australia for the average person, which I'm trying to change.
Trying to change, yes. You do take a few workshops, don't you? Um,
Yes.
so far, I've seen that they have been face-to-face, in-person workshops around
Yep.
Wellington. But do you do virtual workshops as well, Enzo?
I haven't decided to do them yet, just because I feel like with this kind of stuff, in person's a bit better. As a former tutor as well, I find
Mm,
that when I'm doing stuff online, it's much easier for someone to disengage. Whereas if I'm in person, I can kind of relate it to that person, you know, be a bit more engaging. And with this kind of
obviously.
stuff, the details really
Yeah.
matter. So if people aren't
Mm,
paying attention, and they will miss a really crucial thing, and then they'll have no idea what the rest of it means because it is very detail oriented. So at the moment,
yes.
just in person, but perhaps in future I'll do them online. But at the
Yeah.
moment, just in person because I feel like people learn better that way.
Yeah. And the ones that I've seen are free. Are you
That's right. Yeah.
charging? You're not charging anything for them, which is quite remarkable.
No, I'm not. My boss that I just spoke about, he would charge $100 to $200 per person for this
Mm,
exact same information that I'm giving away for free, just
if
because
not
I
more.
feel like, yeah, exactly, which is something that I feel is really necessary to start getting out there to the general populace. It's some knowledge that's really just, at the end of the day, it's so overblown with so much jargon and unnecessary crap just to confuse people for the sake of, the price tag being higher. And I'm really
Yes.
sick of seeing that. It's really not
Yeah.
necessary. It's like getting, a simple like roofing job and then getting like I don't know, a PhD architect to explain it to, and you're like, what the hell? This is a roofing job. Why is this so complicated? It's ridiculous. It's so
Absolutely.
unnecessary. So I'm just trying to
And that's what I
simplify
love.
things.
That's what I love about you, Enzo, is that you're absolutely no crap. Let's get on with this, and integrity to the max. With you're not only doing these workshops, obviously, but you work on people's websites and do their SEO as well, but at a really, really reasonable cost. And
Yeah, yeah. I try to keep it down.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And that kind of work you can do globally because it's on your computer, isn't it? So
That's
if
right.
anybody from overseas is watching, it would be absolutely fine for them to get hold of you as well, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is the great thing about SEO and web design is that
Yes.
one, you can do it anywhere, and two, almost everyone needs it.
Oh,
So it's
absolutely.
it's a big market,
Absolutely.
and it's really great.
It is.
So if you're somewhat competitive in the market, you're somewhat simple, somewhat different to others, you will really stand out very quickly because everyone's kind of in the same couple of things here and there. It's not really too different from person to person. The main difference you get when you go to one of these agencies for any sort of website job or SEO job is basically just the person you're dealing with at the end of the day. And I find if you as a business owner are paying an exorbitant amount of money to someone and then that person isn't even, simplifying things or educating you along the way, I think you're just getting ripped off at the end of the day, to be honest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember when we first started the ARC, we were quoted ridiculous amounts of money to
Mm,
create a website, and those ridiculous amounts of money actually motivated us to create our own website. And
fantastic.
actually, we haven't done too bad a job. It might come to a day when we will need your services to create a different website or a bespoke website, but for the moment it is working fine. So thank you so much, Enzo. It's been wonderful to have a chat with you. And if you would like to get hold of Enzo, please have a look in our directory under personal development and business support, and you will find Enzo's contact details there, and you can email him directly from the website. So thank you very much. And we're really excited to be working with you.
Likewise, really, really interested to see where it goes and how many people I can reach and educate along the way.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.